Well, hi there guys and welcome to another video. So guys, it's just gone 2 in the afternoon, so it's an ideal time to start looking at breakfast. So let me head over to the freezer. What am I going to get from the freezer today? Well, as it happens, I'm going to get myself a product of Tesco. It is the Tesco pork and herb sausage patties. A very popular breakfast item here in Dorset, of course. So it's a pack of 6. I've already had 3, so there's 3 left. It is 2 in the afternoon, so I'm going to have a perhaps slightly more substantial breakfast than I would normally have, as I don't imagine I'll really be having lunch. So this could be considered brunch, though that's usually before the time when we typically have lunch, and now is after the time when we typically be having lunch. So they're semi-frozen together, so we will use a knife to separate them out from one another. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Right, that's the patties separated out. We'll then place the patties in our cooking vessel. Oh yes, good patties. Very good patties. Very prudent patties. There we go. There we go. Seems like somebody at the patty marketing board decided it would be a really good idea to have some words on these separators that hold them apart. We have things like wakey wakey, rise and shine, good morning. Yes, wakey wakey, rise and shine, good morning. 3 very key messages for people enjoying a sausage patty. So that's that pack of sausage patties done. So we'll put those in the bin. Well, they do cook from frozen, so it's on quite a low heat here at the moment. Yes, so that's going to take a little while to get going. What am I going to do with my sausage patties? Well, I was thinking I would probably add cheese to the tops of them, because who doesn't like cheese on a sausage patty? And I thought I'd serve it in some kind of bread product, because, you know, that is the traditional Dorset way. Well, let's wait for these to start cooking a little bit, shall we? Well, we're certainly starting to get the first visual and auditory and olfactory indicators that some cooking has commenced. So I think we're well through the thawing phase and onto the cooking phase. Definite nice smell of pork in the air, just the way I like it. So let's start preparing the other items. So firstly, I'm going to be using a wrap. I, on this particular occasion, have selected the Mission Deli Original Mini Wrap, because I don't feel the need for a full-size wrap. For 3 items, I'll put them all in one wrap. It's going to be quite a heavily packed mini wrap, that's for sure. But it being an odd number of patties, I'm going to go with an odd number of missions, i.e. 1. So yes, let's slap that down on a plate. There we go. 1 left for another day. So that's what I'll be serving it on. And then cheese. Cheese was the other item. So to the fridge. And we have a Tesco brand cheese to go with our Tesco brand sausage patties. So this is the Tesco 10 mini slices. Now, when I'm having 3 sausage patty pieces, I tend to go with 2 slices. I tend to create a stack with a patty cheese, patty. So the cheese sandwiched in between the patties. So we just so happen to have 2 slices of the Tesco cheese left. So that's yes, 10 Tesco mild slices. They also do a mature slice, but I'm not a mature man, so There we go. Right, let's just open those up and then set them aside, ready to use later. So they open in the standard fashion, peeling back the wrap to release the cheese, a highly processed cheese, the kind that I really, really like. Now, if I'm going for a proper cheese for proper food, I tend to enjoy, rather than a cheddar, I tend to enjoy a Wensleydale. But yes, cheddar has its place, mozzarella has its place, Wensleydale has its place. They all have their place. I do sometimes have other cheeses, but not generally as part of my own culinary prep, but perhaps in a restaurant or a soiree or shindig of some sort. Right, okay, that's our cheese slices prepared for application to the patties. Yes, I'm really getting a good smell of pork coming off those now. So yes, I think one side of those is starting to really get underway with the cooking. We'll flip them over, see how that side is going. Oh yes, there's that's a good amount of fluidity there. Oh yes, that's good. Oh yes. Oh, very nice. What a satisfying plop as they, oh yes, fall down to their other side. So yes, there's certainly no frozenness left to these now. There's no sign really of any browning much yet, so I think we're still quite early on in the cooking process. So when I was off to Tesco to get my cheese slices, because while I had a good stock of patties, I didn't have any slices. I noticed something interesting. As I was approaching the Tesco, I saw someone outside using their phone in a most obscure manner. I've seen it many a time before, and I really can't understand what the rationale behind it is. Perhaps you've seen it. It's someone who has their phone, and they're clearly on a voice call. But rather than hold the phone to the side of their head like this, as is customary given the location of the microphone and speaker, they seem to. I think they have it in hands-free mode, but they're not walking along holding the phone out like this, talking to it, and certainly not a video call. It's not like they're holding the phone in front of them having a video call. No, they weirdly have it in loudspeaker mode, but hold the phone like this or something while they're listening, and then they then move it in front of their mouth to speak. So it's like some weird combination of a hands-free, but not. So they're not really enjoying the benefits of hands-free in any meaningful sense, and they're not yeah. They're disrupting people around them, of course, because it's in speaker phone mode, and so you can hear all this going on. And also they seem to need to shout quite loudly into the phone because of how they're using it. But you see them walking along like this, and you're like, what is wrong with you, person? Are you confused as to how phones work? It's a voice call. It's not a video call, it's a voice call. I don't know why they're doing it. Maybe they've seen other people doing it, and they just think that's how people use phones. Honestly, I would have to say it seems to mostly be younger people who are walking along like this with their phones sideways glued to their ears. But yes, it just seems to be a case of, weird. So yeah, if you have any idea why people, often the youth of today, wander around doing this, I would love to know, because I can't figure it out. Yeah, maybe, I don't know, not a clue. It's absolutely peculiar. It's really irritating. Makes a lot of loudness around, and they just look like they're mental. So yeah, don't do that as well. If you're one of the people who does that, stop doing it. Or tell me why I should be doing it. Maybe I'm missing a trick, but I can't really bring myself to do it because it looks very, very odd. Don't get me wrong. If you're having a video call, I can somewhat understand that you might have very little option but to have your phone in that mode. Or, of course, buy yourself some kind of actual hands-free kit, some kind of earpiece and microphone action, or these ones with microphones here, like the those ones, Bluetooth, what Bluetooth, that's what I was looking for, Bluetooth ones, or Bluetooth ones, or wired ones, just something, because, you know, that's just stupid the other way. Anyway, that was my rant for the moment. So how are these sausage patties coming along? Well, it's certainly nice and juicy. There's a lot of juices coming out of them. Certainly no need to add any kind of additional oils to this pan to cook these. Let's see if the other side is starting to take some colour. No colour. We'll leave them that way up for now. I think now that we're through the thawing phase and the early cooking phase, I might actually transfer these patties over to the larger burner to increase the cooking speed. I think it's time. So we'll turn that burner off and then move them over onto the big burner. Boom, boom. Okay, that might speed things along slightly. We'll turn the heat up ever so slightly. But we don't want to overdo it. We don't want to brown them too hard. But yes, I think they're probably starting to cook throughout now, so that's good. Well, let's keep our eye on those for a little while. You know, I don't mind telling you I am quite a big fan of these sausage patties. Actually, let me show you. In the freezer, in addition to that partial pack I just took out, I do in fact have a further 2 packs of these sausage patties. So an additional 12 to go, because I am such a big fan of them. And as I mentioned earlier, I did go out to buy cheese, so I do have another full unopened pack of the 10 mild slices. I plan to eat sausage patties perhaps for every meal for a few days, though perhaps not. But it is, you know, all of the lovely greasy fat and protein that a growing boy needs. Right, let's turn these over and see how they're coming along now. Oh, there we go. There's some good browning there. Oh yes, excellent browning. That's bloody good, that is. Okay, we're definitely coming into the final phase of cooking now. So at this point we will drop the temperature back down to the minimum for the big burner, and we will apply cheeses. So whip that off the plastique, place it on one patty, and then whip it off the other plastique and place it on another patty. There we go. Plastique to the bin. Very good. Excellent. So yes, we just have to wait for the other side to brown up a little bit now. Based on the temperature and cooking time, I imagine we're probably fairly well cooked throughout on these patties now. Now the cheese is on, actually, we can probably put that heat back up again slightly. Now, even if you do slightly over brown these, they are still they're still quite good. Yes, even a little blackening is not too big a deal. But obviously, you should always be paying attention while cooking, so that you do bring them out in the exact right way. Now, for those of you who have ever enjoyed a McDonald's breakfast, which I hear recently in Britain has now changed its availability time to go all the way up till 11 a.m. If you enjoy a McDonald's breakfast and you enjoy their sausage egg McMuffin, then you'll probably see there's some commonality in style and flavour of the McDonald's sausage patties they use in the sausage egg McMuffin and these sausage patties. So if you're looking for something similar, this is the way to go. Yes, I'm starting to get a slight scent of that cheese now as it melts. It's folded down nicely over the side of the patties, which gives me an indication that it's melting well. Now, sometimes when you cook these, quite a lot of fat will come out. If you really do enjoy the fat content, you can get a teaspoon and tilt the pan and scoop some of that fat and place it back on top of the cheese, just to maximise that fat flavour. As it turns out here today, there's not an enormous amount of fat leakage. I do like to start the cooking process on a very low temperature until the thawing is done, and that can affect the fat release amount, I think. But yes, I'm going to estimate that we are probably about ready to serve now. So I will turn the heat off. And now it's time to stack the patties, as it were. So we'll take this this patty here that doesn't have any cheese on it, and that will be our top piece. So we'll begin by picking that up, and we might need something to brace the patty against so that we can slide it onto here, okay? And then we'll place that on top of one of our two patties. Let's place it on top of this one. There we go. That also serves to continue to melt the cheese. And then we'll take that pair of patties and replace that on top of the final one. Thus, and there we have our triple stack. Push down slightly, confirm the meltedness of the cheese. Yes, indeed. Then we will lift that stack. It's a lovely stack. And we'll place that on our mission wrap. Carefully. There we go. Right at the edge of the wrap. There we go. And then we have crafted our breakfast wrap. Probably going to be a little bit hot to eat, but I'm going to take a risk because we haven't got all day now, have we? So we will lift that wrap, and oh yes, that's looking jolly good. Fold that in under there. Now you have to be a little bit careful because, of course, especially with the cheese, you'll often get some kind of fatty leakage. So, you know, maybe hold a plate under it sometimes when you're eating it. What usually happens is you get started with the eating, and as you're biting into it and squeezing it, the fat makes its way to the bottom of the wrap, and then suddenly you get some kind of avalanche of fat pour out down your front, leaving you with various stains on your t-shirt, rather like this t-shirt here. Okay, well, without further ado, a triple sausage patty with mild cheese in a wrap stack going in. Oh yes. Oh, very flavourful indeed. That is absolutely excellent. Very hot. That is a jolly good sausage patty stack action. I do approve. So yes, what can I say about it? The cheese is mild, but there's a lot of cheese, so it's quite a strong percentage of the flavour, so that's good. The pork, yes, very porky, very nice, very porky. The wrap doesn't really do much, which is the intention. It's a nice thin item. It makes for an easy gripping surface, but doesn't overly influence the flavour. If you do like the bread, you could, of course, use muffins or bagels or any other bread product if you wanted to get more of a bread hit. But yes, I mean, absolutely, exactly what one needs of a foodstuff like this is what I'm enjoying. So meaty. Juicy pig meats. Who doesn't like the pig meats? I'd give that a rating. I'll give that a rating of polycarbide. Polycarbide. Very enjoyable. Well guys, that was today's video. I hope you found it interesting and informative. And guys, please do feel free, as always, to comment below. Especially if you've enjoyed the Tesco sausage patties or other brands of sausage patty before. Let me know what you think of it. Let me know what you think of the McDonald's sausage and egg muffin as well. Yeah, that's all we've got time for. Thank you very much for watching the video. I do look forward to seeing you in the next one. But for now, guys, there's very little more for me to say, except, well, goodbye.